use my experiences and where I grew up in my environment as the basis of my music and the foundation of my music, because that's what I know. That's what I know for sure. That's what I know the best. That's what I know the most, just based on how's my experience. Because, you know, you can learn a lot of different ways, but you're going to really retain something and learn it through experience when you go through it. So that's what I feel I'm at bay and at liberty to speak at right now. Now, when my element changed, which it has, I don't still live in the hood. I'm not actively a gang member. I mean, a gang banger. I do music full time now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still from my area. I still represent my section, but I'm not an active gang banger. So my music is changing. When they hear the album, they'll hear the thinker. They'll hear, you know what I'm saying, my perspective on things. They're not just gonna hear the active gangbanger. Some of the songs you heard is 3 or 4 years old on my mixtape. That was a different stage in my life and a different mindset. You feel me? So it's all out there. It's all a piece of me and a presentation of me. But like, as my environment changes and my experience changes, the music will too. You know what I mean? But if people feel like the content is too violent, they must not have been to LA. They must not know what's going on. You feel me? Because we not the cause, we the effect, homie. This shit been going on. We was born in the 80s, you know what I mean? This shit been going on since the 60s and before that. So, if anything, people think that the nightly news is too violent. People think CNN is too violent. When motherfuckers cover the Palestinians and the Israelis going at it, that might be too violent, but that's a reality that exists. So motherfuckers is gonna speak on that and shed light on that.
You was born in the 80s, grew up in the 60s, but I wanted you to explain to people out there that might not understand the difference from just being from a neighborhood and being active in that neighborhood, because I don't think people understand the different status that people could have.
Yeah, I mean, like we just said, like if you an active gangbanger and you really, really on your shit every day, you know what I mean? It's a whole different lifestyle. You waking up, doing your thing, homie, going in and pressing your line. You know what I'm saying? You probably banging on every nigga you run across, asking niggas where they from. They say the wrong hood, you might get off or get cracking, bust on a nigga. Like, niggas know what an active member out here do. Now, if you from your area, whether you from it and you never been active, whether you've been active before and you fell back due to whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying, and you moved on to something else, which is my scenario. Like, I do music. I'm chasing a goal. I'm pursuing my dreams. So, you know what I mean, I'm realistic with myself. I see the steps you got to take in the work you got to put in, and that's what I do day to day.
So it's certainly possible to be from a gang and not engage in criminal activity.
Most definitely. But I mean, some of the laws in California have been twisted to where just being from a gang is the crime. So, you know what I mean, if you're around your homies and your hood happen to be under an injunction, being around each other is a violation of you know what I'm saying, a law. So in some circumstances, they creating laws to bear something that beforehand wouldn't be illegal becomes illegal just because of your affiliation, like gang enhancements for your crimes.
Now in 2003, your neighborhood was actually hit with an injunction. How did that affect people you know and the people that lived in that neighborhood?
I mean, it had a immediate effect on the people that was placed under that injunction, whose names was on it, and it made it to where, like I just said, like something that beforehand was perfectly legal became illegal just based on they filed a complaint, and you know what I mean, now they got jurisdiction to take you to jail because you got a white t-shirt on, or because you got a phone in your hand, or because you hanging out with two people you grew up with your whole life. Now at the same time, it's a violent history from all gangs in LA, you know what I'm saying? But like we said before, we not the cause of that. We the effect. You know what I'm saying? We just adapted and took up a survival instinct, you know what I mean? So motherfuckers should have some type of consciousness of that when they create these laws and when they police our area. I mean, I got big plans, you know, for the future. Like, immediate future, I got my solo debut coming out. Like I said, it's called South Central State of Mind. It's coming out this summer, 2009, between June and September. We finna set the release date in the next month or two. After that, you know, I got my feet in the business world also. Like, I know it's 2009, the industry different. An artist got to be an artist and a businessman at the same time. So I got my company that's all money in, no money out, and that's, you know, my corporation. It's like we doing music, we doing videos, we doing movies and everything of that nature. Anything dealing with entertainment. But the first project we putting out is the Slauson Boys album, and we got that deal situated already. We starting to work on the album like in the next month or two, and from there, you know, we want to just establish a brand. Like, you know, that's what I see it as. That's what everybody. That's what America's about, brands. That's why you can charge $150 for some Nikes, and the shoes that pay less cost $2, and it's made of the same material. You feel me? Because of the brand value. So that's all. You know. Once I got laced to that, I'm like, you know, let me start developing the brand. All money in, no money out. Slauson Boys, that's the brand.
Now, who produces most of the music on the song CD that's coming out this year?
I mean, it's not one producer that got a dominant presence on the album, but we just got a couple records from some of the hottest dudes. Some of these dudes got big names, some of them don't. Like LT Hutton produced for the album, J.R. Rodhom. We got some records from Scott Storch, Mr. Lee from down south, from Houston. And then I got some niggas from some unknown dudes like Phonics, you know, up and coming producers like Robin Hood, Rolo, Black Elvis. Like, but you know, it's just overall, I feel like we set out to make a classic album, a classic piece of music, not just hip hop. And I feel we did that without a doubt. I mean, I didn't work with The Game, I didn't work with Snoop Dogg. Both of them gonna be on my album. I didn't work with Spider Lope. I didn't work with J-Rock. Me and G Malone still gotta get in and knock something out. That's my nigga. Like I said before, 211, I fuck with his music. His shit hardy from Inglewood. He Piru. And you know, I wanna connect and do some music with him for the political reasons why we should do it, and just because the nigga hot, the nigga shit sound hard. And other than that, I fuck with anybody that's an authentic LA dude, or you just a West Side dude in general, like a West Coast nigga. Like, if you from the streets, if you ain't from the streets, if you just a real nigga, you got some hot music, let's get it. I got an open lane. Feel me?
Well, there you have it. Nipsey Hussle. He's got his new album coming out this year, 2009.
Yeah.
Glasses Malone, get with him.
Fuck with me, G.